perseverance and the guidance of mentors, they ventured into a realm where possibilities knew no bounds, becoming pioneers of the decentralized future.
My name is Eniola Agbola. I was part of the Web3bridge Squad 5.
Okay, good to meet you, Eniola. Why did you decide to become a Web3 developer?
I think my journey started in 2020/2021. I had a full-time job at the bank and I felt out of place. And I knew that I needed to start my journey properly in tech. I had a basic idea of Web 2 while I was working as an IT support. And in 2021, that was after NSAS and everything, and the whole noise about NFTs, it spurred my interest about, okay, what is the underlying technology around NFTs? People were talking about Bitcoin, they were talking about cryptocurrency. I'm a curious person, so it spurred my interest and I decided to do some research about it. I found it very interesting.
All right, my name is James. I'm a full stack software developer. I focus mostly on Web3 products. Back in 2022, 2021, I just finished my BSc degree in biochemistry, like a non-tech related career. So I stumbled on Web3bridge by accident on Twitter, all thanks to Jude. So yeah, it was just been onward from there actually.
As we bear witness to their journey, we are reminded that each step they take in this Odyssey is an inspiration for generations to come.
So how did you find Web3bridge Bootcamp and what led you into the bootcamp?
I was with a guy who knows that I have this passion and hunger for technology. And at that point, I was into Web 2 development, not in-depth kind of. So he kind of like, oh, David, there's these guys that were doing something called Web3bridge and they could teach you blockchain. And since power supply, internet was a problem at that point, so he was like, okay, why not apply for them and see how that could go. So yeah, I was staying at the northern part of Nigeria, and Web3bridge is here in Lagos, which is like the other part of Nigeria, and it's like almost like an impossible journey. But yeah, because of the hunger for technology, and I really just want to learn, and I love the blockchain technology itself. So I left what I was doing and came to Web3bridge, and that's how I get to know about Web3bridge through that person. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Amarachi. Yeah, prior to getting into the cohorts, I really thought that Web3 was something that you need to have like a vast knowledge of programming before you can delve into it. But then coming into Web3bridge and having that community to learn with actually helped me understand that, yeah, I can do this. It's not that alien stuff.
My name is John Ode. Every new technology, there are doubts if people would use them, or how would people use them, or what's the prospect in the future. As at that time, there were a lot of doubts about Web3. Will it be adopted globally? Will the government allow the space flourish? So there were those doubts because I had to even quit my day job. Then I was working in the Web2 space as a full stack developer. So I had to quit my job to enroll for this particular Web3 bridge training. So there were a fear of the unknowns, that me quitting my job, and we don't even know where the technology will lead to as at that time. But now I think the technology is coming to full maturity and those fears are non-existent anymore.
So when we got into the boot camp, I think the second or the third week, we were opportune to participate in an hackathon, and my team and I, we teamed up and then was able to build an application, and then what we built actually won the first position in the hackathon. And that actually propelled, brought up some zeal in me, because what we built was actually to read some data on the blockchain and then give some users some actual information that could help their business, even if they are not technical savvy like that. So I believe at that point, that was when I knew, oh, Abiodun, you're doing a great thing, keep it up.
The path to success was not without its obstacles, but with resilience. Empowered by their Web3bridge experience, they ventured forth, carrying the torch of innovation and empowerment. In the crucible of the Web3bridge Bootcamp, they forged unbreakable bonds and they faced challenges that would test their determination.
My name is Bamileri.
What were the doubts you carried with you before the bootcamp, and how did Web3bridge transform those doubts into a sense of purpose that follows you today?
Oh yes, something like navigating the job market. I was usually a Web2 developer, and trying to break into the Web3 space. It was kind of new, right? And it was like a demanding skill at that time. So I had to learn, and Web3bridge was the perfect go-to solution for me. And during the cohort, I had the sense of community, and I knew that I was going to make it even with this, the training and also the community wise. Yeah, so that was some of those doubts were cleared. Seeing people who are of same mind, breathing together, and yes, we're able to navigate the job market together.
Interesting.
I'm a lone soldier, lone soldier. That's how I roll. But on getting to the Web3bridge Bootcamp, there was a need for me to work with others and collaborate. So, which is one of the greatest things I learned interacting with people, because I'm not really a people's person, but I had to learn it the hard way, because you have to collaborate with others, and you're as strong as your weakest link. So that was our mantra then. So we are strong as our weakest link. If anybody's weak in your team, that's the strength, that's the total strength of your team. So with that mantra, we're able to help ourselves become better.
Okay, one thing for me is I really appreciate the knowledge that Web3bridge is sharing, the way they are tutoring persons. So I'm also somebody that's really love to share what I know. And as I keep learning, I don't want that to just end with me. So I'm very, very eager to teach persons. I already do that. So I share my knowledge through YouTube. So I want to, since they gave it to, in my cohort were about 30 to 40 persons, they gave it to that limited person. So I want 10x that, 1000x that, 1,000,000x that. So by sharing on socials.
The Web3bridge Bootcamp kindled a flame that will forever illuminate the path of our alumni. Their dedication and unwavering belief in the power of decentralized technology have transformed them into pioneers of a brighter future.
All right, so talking about my skill, because of the space that we are in and the peculiarity of the space, the blockchain, decentralization, ownership, and all of those things. So really, I saw the fact that my skill will be helpful in a global scale, in a global world where we can build solutions around payment, around identity, around ownership, and changing the whole space entirely. So I knew that, oh yes, this is something I really want to do.
What are you building currently? What are you working on, and what legacy do you hope to leave behind?
Oh, so awesome. So I'm a smart contract auditor, and for some few time now, I noticed the security space of the Web3 has been really, I think there's kind of a barrier for Africans getting into that space. And at the moment, I felt, okay, we'll create something very interesting for them. So what we're building currently now with some few guys is a kind of a hacker house where we train and we also perform smart contract audits. And also train security researchers where they go into researching of a lot of stuff, how things work, and trying to see how they bring solutions to those things. We're already doing that with Web3bridge, partnering with Web3bridge to see how that's come to life.
What projects are you building currently, and where do you see yourself in the next 5 years in this space?
So currently we are working on a number of projects. Ranging from CBDCs, I can't mention the country for sure, a number of 2-3 of them in the pipeline now. We have some DeFi products that were built over the course of this year, and also we are actually working on a GameFi product. So I can't actually go into details here because
currently I'm working on personal DeFi project, one I call Synergy, like a cross-chain lending platform, DeFi platform. So hopefully before the end of this year, I put that out as well. So that's basically what I'm doing right now.
Okay, so one thing I would always say is that don't be afraid to start from scratch. More often than not, whenever I hear people say they want to get into tech, they are usually getting into tech because, you know, people have been talking about, oh, you can, you know, just sit in your house and earn in dollars, earn $20,000, earn $50,000, and just like that. Yeah, it's, you know, for most of them, it's always about the money. I've had a lot of people come to tell me, I want to go into tech. My first question is, why? I don't just tell them, oh yeah, you can start with this. No, my first question is why? You need to put your priorities right. It's not always about the money at the end of the day. It's about the value. What I always say, it gets boring at a point. And what keeps you going at that point, yeah, it might be money, but it won't last, right? It won't last. So you need to have legit motivation and passion and the goal in mind to what you want to use this thing to solve. Yes. So basically, that's it.
This is their story. A story of courage, of dreams realized, and a testament to the transformative power of the Web3bridge Bootcamp. Their dedication culminated in a profound impact on the world around them, from healthcare to finance. Their influence will be felt across industries. Their Web3bridge legacy continues to unfold, leaving an indelible mark on the landscape of decentralized technology.